Hey Darnell Dolphins, it's Mr. Silva. Thank you for joining me again. Happy New Year. Today we are going to talk about a couple different things in preparation for No Name Calling Week, which is coming up in a couple weeks. You might remember that we recognized No Name Calling Week last year. So let me share. All right, so today we're going to talk about showing compassion. Now, you might have heard the word compassion before, but maybe you aren't totally sure exactly what it means. And maybe the difference between compassion and respect and kindness. So let's talk about that a little bit more. I just want to thank you for joining me for 2021. Happy New Year. I'm so excited to spend another year as being your school counselor. Now let's look back and think about the word empathy. I know I've talked with you several times about the word empathy. So I'm hoping you remember what it means, but if you don't, that's okay. That's why I'm bringing it up. Empathy is feeling or understanding what someone else is feeling. Now, sometimes I describe this to you as putting yourself in someone else's shoes. So it doesn't mean that you've been through the same experiences as that person, or you've had, you know exactly what they're going through. It just means that you really understand how that person is feeling in their particular situation. So, for example, if you have a friend who tells you that their brother moved really far away and they tell you that they're really upset about it, or and more than just feeling sad or upset, you think more about how a person might be feeling if someone that they're close to would move far away. That would be showing empathy. So, since you're following this along with your class, I believe, teachers, I would like you to go ahead and take a moment to assign everybody a partner. If you guys already have assigned partners, that's great. Just really quickly give each person one partner, and you can pause if you need to. And now that you have an assigned partner, I'm going to challenge all of you. And over in the chat or over video, I would like you to say one kind thing to this partner, this classmate that you've been assigned to. Just one kind thing to them. And you're going to take turns, so you're each going to say one kind thing to each other. So if you guys all need to pause for this, go ahead and do so. So now that you've done that, what are your thoughts? What do you think about that? Was it hard? Was it easy? Was it uncomfortable? Was it kind of weird? Or was it easy? Was it totally normal and natural for you? I want you to think about, how does it feel when someone says something kind to you? So when your partner said something kind to you, how did that feel? I know that I personally, when someone says something kind to me, it really brightens my day, makes me feel better about myself. And that's something that's important for all of us. We need to hear kind words from others, and we need to say kind words to ourselves. So, the reason that we did that activity is because when you say or you do something that shows that you care about how another person feels, then you are showing compassion. You are taking the next step beyond empathy because you're acting on the empathy. Not only are you thinking about another person and how they might be feeling, but you're doing something about it to make a person feel good about themselves, to make them feel better, brighten their day. That is compassion. All right, so let's watch a video so that we can get another example, learn a little bit more about showing compassion.
I looked around for my friend Enrique at recess and noticed he was alone looking really sad. I went over and asked him if something was wrong. Enrique told me that his older brother has been working overseas. He was hoping to come home for Enrique's birthday. Just that morning, Enrique found out that his brother's schedule changed and he wouldn't be able to make it home for his birthday. Enrique had been really looking forward to seeing his brother. I knew Enrique was feeling very sad and disappointed. I would have felt the same way if I had been expecting to see one of my special relatives. I wanted to do something nice for Enrique to help him feel better. I knew Enrique was feeling very sad and disappointed. I would have felt the same way if I had been expecting to see one of my special relatives. I wanted to do something nice for Enrique to help him feel better. I decided to ask Enrique if he'd like to come over to my house after school. I told him he could be the first person to play my new game. I'm glad I asked him. It seemed to cheer him up.
All right, well, I hope that video showed you that it doesn't have to be difficult to show compassion or to think even before you show compassion, um, using empathy and thinking about how a person might be feeling. So, as we close, I just want to mention that you are all capable of showing compassion and kindness. It doesn't have to be challenging or difficult or weird or awkward or uncomfortable in any way. This can be a totally normal, natural part of our lives where we like to feel good about ourselves and we like others to feel good about themselves too. And we can all um, basically have a more positive experience because of that. So think about, what does it feel like when someone shows you compassion? When they really think about how you're feeling and they do something for you to help you feel better. And I want you to think, what makes it difficult to show compassion? Now, I know this might not be the case for everybody, but even for adults, it can be difficult to show compassion. So, hopefully you can think about that, and I'd be curious to know, what do you think it is, why it might be difficult to show compassion. I'm curious myself, but I hope that we can keep working on it so that it's not so difficult anymore. All right. Thank you so much for joining me and reviewing empathy and what it means and more about compassion. It's a great way for us to start off 2021 um, on the right foot, being positive with ourselves and others. I'll see you next time.